is going on, guys? It is your boy Bio2k, and today, man, I'm gonna be bringing you guys a video talking about the way to dominate triple threat offline. Now, a couple days ago, or actually like a week ago, or however long ago it was, I made a video talking about triple threat offline that made it really easy to just get through the game. Now, obviously, you know, there is a little bit of a difference between current gen and next gen, which I am going to talk about in just a second here. But in that video, I did show you guys that if obviously, you know, as long as you hit the corner was going to drop down, and you were going to get a wide open three every single time. Now, there obviously was a recent update in this year's, or in this game, that they did, you know, end up fixing the corner dropping to an extent. The corners still drop a little bit on they drop on online, but offline they actually don't drop nearly as much. Occasionally they will. If you just kind of trigger the right animation, it'll actually end up having the corners drop, but they don't drop nearly as far away. So most of the time, you know, when you catch the ball, by the time you catch it, as long as, you know, you can green it, you can still knock it down, but they will get somewhat of a good contest. So yeah, they did end up fixing a lot of stuff with the mode, but now I actually do have some other ways that is going to help you guys with triple threat offline. Now, this is obviously going to be a little bit different. There is a few different methods that you guys can do. So yeah, hopefully you guys do enjoy this video. If you guys do and this video helps you guys out, all I ask that you guys kill that like button. If you guys are new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Now, before we get into this, like I said, with current gen, all you guys need to do is really just take advantage of the backdoor cuts. The CPU does press up into you a lot, so literally all you have to do is just call pass and screen away, sit behind one of your guys, send them on a backdoor cut, and you'll be able to get yourself like an open dunk or anything like that, or something like that almost every single time. And then also, there is apparently a way to do pass and screen away there, where if you stand at a certain angle, you can get the corner open a little bit to be able to shoot a three, but I don't know. I haven't tried it, so I'm not going to tell you guys that works. I'm going to show you guys what actually does work for me. So this is actually going to be really good too, because not only are you guys going to be able to win games, but you guys are going to be able to do a lot of XP. I've actually been sitting here just for a little bit now, and I've been able to do Rick Smits, I've been able to do De'Aaron Fox and Gerald Wallace, all from just doing these last couple things. I've also been able to do the 10 assists with a hollow card. The rebounds just kind of happened. But also 10 points with the original owner card. I was able to do this with a original owner, Mitchell Robinson, the card from the token market. Also, what is really good is you can do basically all of these base set players by doing this method now. Before, it was obviously easy to get open and shoot a lot of threes, but now you're obviously going to have to do this a little bit differently, but it will help you with getting these done. Now, a lot of people don't know this too about this mode, but once you actually pass 100 wins in triple threat, even, you know, before or even after this update, you know, if you're under 100 wins, the CPU is not really going to play all that good of defense against you. But once you hit 100 wins, the difficulty does seem to change, and probably even 200 wins, it maybe even gets a little bit harder. But yeah, so for where I am right now, the CPU might play a little bit different than yours in a bad way. Like, it might be worse for me. But this is obviously going to help you guys set it up when you guys do get here. So as far as the team goes, you guys are going to see the two pieces that I have on the screen right now are DeMarcus Cousins and Carmelo Anthony. These two guys are going to be guys, you know, base set players that I'm looking to do. So this is going to just show you guys that this really does work using emeralds and stuff like that. So all you guys want to do is, you know, again, whatever you're doing with XP, just make sure you guys have these guys. And then in this final spot is, you know, it really doesn't matter as long as, you know, if you need XP with anybody, if you need assists, like whatever the case is, just use any of these guys. For this, I'm literally just going to go ahead and use Darren Williams. Sure, why not? We're going to go ahead and load up with some Darren Williams action right now, and you guys will see what we are going to be doing. So on the defensive end, I mean, you do actually need to defend the CPU. Now, the good thing is about using lower tier cards is that they're not going to be able to make as many stupid shots. You guys can see right there, we do get a little bit lucky. Now, all you guys are going to want to do on the offensive end is you guys are going to see here, we're going to hit this pick and roll, and we're going to throw this down low. That time it did not actually work, but you want to make sure that the pick, no matter what side you are no matter what side that you are on, you want to make sure the pick is coming from the inside of the court. You guys can see right there what was able to happen is I was actually able to get a wide open, easy jam in the paint. Now, what does suck about this is, again, the fact that you're not going to be able to get a lot of the, you know, the three opportunities and stuff like that, you know, you did have before. Don't worry, I still have something that does somewhat work for threes. It is a little bit more of a pain, but this is exactly how I was able to get De'Aaron Fox done. So same thing here. Again, you're going to go to this side of the floor now. All you're going to do is hit a hezzy away from the screen, and you're not actually going to let them hit the screen. The reason why is that if they actually end up hitting the screen, the CPU plays a lot better than they would obviously if you don't touch the screen. Now, a good thing you can do as well is obviously, you know, once you tap L1 or hold L1, excuse me, to call the screen, if you tap it before the screen actually is used, they will slip the screen and they will actually run down for some easy dunks. So same thing here. I'm going to tap L1. You guys are going to see DeMarcus Cousins is going to cut, and we're going to be able to get a wide open easy jam. Now, obviously, you want to make sure that you're getting, you know, your icons down, because you obviously want to make sure you are throwing it to the right person. Now, again, the only thing that really does suck about this is that you are going to be, you are going to be obviously, you know, you're going to be only scoring 2s, so you really need to make sure that you guys are playing defense. Now, on the other end of the floor, I highly recommend that you guys do go ahead and, I do recommend that you guys do try to score 3s on fast break opportunities. And you guys are going to see, too, sometimes, like, the animation is just really dumb and it doesn't work. It literally is just how this game is at this point. But, again, same thing. You know, you're just going to run it over and over again. You're going to be getting easy assists and easy dunks. Again, I was able to do all of Gerald Wallace's assists within 4 or 5 games. It really wasn't all that bad. All I did was literally continuously run down and do this. The only reason why it did take me an additional game too is because I actually, like I said, I highly recommend you guys taking advantage of fast breaks and using those to get yourself wide open 3s. So right here, again, you guys can see it didn't work. We're just going to cut away from the screen and then boom, easy jam in the paint. You're going to be able to score, and this is going to be able to get you guys through a lot of these different games, and it's going to help you guys. You know, you're not going to get through them as fast as you were before, but this is an easier way to get through a lot of these games and dominate them as you're going through. The computer's still going to hit stupid shots. You guys can see that right there. I mean, it is what it is. You know, I don't know why they made the CPU so difficult this year. It kind of gives me a resemblance of current gen from last year. But you guys can see, like I said, you're going to get stopped a few times. It is what it is, but this is how you guys are going to be able to get through these games super easy. I mean, this is what I've been doing, and this is, again, just grinding XP. You know, I'm going to get to something after this where if you're not grinding XP, it's going to make your life probably even easier, in my opinion, because you're actually going to be using cards that are good. I did actually forget to say before too that when you guys are doing this, if you guys are noticing that sometimes, you know, it won't actually work the way you're trying to get it to, all you want to do is that if you are finding that, again, they are fighting over the screen or whatever and it's not really working, just run an actual pick and roll this way and you guys will still be able to get yourself some wide open jams in the paint and stuff like that. Because sometimes the CPU will recognize, it is weird, sometimes they will recognize what you are doing, and if that is the case, sometimes you really just need to actually run a legitimate pick and roll and you will be able to get yourself wide open and stuff like that. Now, I mean, whatever, our vault doesn't open here. But this is going to be where, again, you know, if you guys don't want to do this and you guys are like, look, I'm just trying to win games and stuff like that, all you guys need to do is, again, run I would say a good wing player that is good at defense. I mean, there is a bunch of golds that you could literally use that are really solid. Byron Russell is really good. I mean, literally, like, as long as you're just looking at perimeter defense, I mean, Jimmy Butler's obviously relatively solid. Just pick up some guys that have good perimeter defense. That's all you really need. And then for your other guy, just make sure they're a shot blocking or rebounding center, and you guys will be good to go. I'm actually going to go ahead and throw this Rick Smits in. I did open up 40K MT in packs. Just trying to pull maybe, you know, AI or something like that. We ended up getting Rick Smits, which is cool because he does have additional XP, so I will take that for being an original owner card. But the guy, you know, that you guys want to be focusing your offense to or whatever, just make sure you know the release. For me, I'm going to be using Kyrie Irving, and you guys are going to see here that this is really where you guys, you know, can get threes done. This is exactly what I did for De'Aaron Fox. Now, with this, again, I mean, look, easy little block right there. We do need 2 blocks, but yeah, all you want to do on defense is literally just bait the CPU into running into the paint, and then obviously get yourself some easy blocks, easy stops, whatever. Now, I mean, obviously doing this, like I said, you know, realistically, you know, you are going up against the CPU, so they are very predictable in what they are going to be doing against you, so I mean, for the most part, it does, you know, kind of work out in your favor. So again, all you're going to want to do is just come down a little bit more on the perimeter here. You guys are going to run back and you're going to be able to get yourself somewhat of a wide open 3. Now, again, this is why I'm putting this after that first part, because this is really dependent on you being able to green yourself. If you're not good at greening in this game, this strat really isn't going to work all that well for you. The reason why is because you do really need to be able to green some tough shots, which, I mean, it is what it is, but same thing here. That was just a bad, a bad take. This is why, again, like, this method is a little bit annoying because, like, look, you guys are going to see that, like, the CPU literally mirrors exactly what you do. Like, this is why it gets annoying. They literally will mirror every single thing that you do. So it does make it a little bit difficult to try to get open for some of these threes and stuff like that. Again, I don't know why they made it this way, but, again, biggest tip I can give you as well is make sure you guys take your wide open fast breaks. I mean, especially if you're just trying to get through the wins, just take your fast break threes and make sure you do knock them down. I'm not gonna lie, this is where it gets really frustrating because, like I said, I don't know why they made the CPU. Like, look, just look at the way Chris Paul plays this. Like, they literally will mirror you no matter what. So as long as you are, getting a good enough screen, this is why I do recommend using a big that is going to be good enough to set these screens, because you do really need to get the CPU caught on some screens, because in doing that, you are going to be able to get yourself relatively wide open threes. I'm going to show you guys one more time here. Again, I get it. Believe me, it is super annoying dealing with the CPU like this, but you just have to get them stuck on the screen. That is truthfully like the only way to get these open threes consistent. Or I don't even want to say consistently, because there really, as of right now, there is no way to get open threes consistently, which really sucks. I'm not going to lie. It's really stupid that that is actually a thing, but you're just going to have to kind of play through it. For De'Aaron Fox, like I said, this is exactly what I did, where, you just call for a screen. Again, it has to be the inside of the court, get them stuck. And then as soon as you see them get stuck on that screen, that is when you have to try to shoot it. And obviously, definitely try to green it. Shooting with your meter off does help because it does give you a little bit of a boost. But I mean, yeah, that's why, like I said, I showed you guys that other method first. This one is not going to work nearly as well. You really have to, again, you guys can see, like, it's going to take it, it takes a couple tries. It is really, really frustrating watching, the CPU literally do this all game. So, I mean, if you guys have a good method to get threes, make sure you guys do go ahead and drop them down below so other people can use them. But yeah, I mean, the only other thing I can suggest to you guys is doing this right here is actually, like, if you guys have a guy that does have ankle break or anything like that, trying to do some snatchbacks, trying to do stuff like that that actually breaks the CPU, that can work too. But the only reason why I don't like doing that or saying that in this video, or and being like, yeah, just get ankle breakers, is that not every player is going to be able to get ankle breakers. You know what I mean? So if you rely on that, you're going to end up getting boxed a lot, and I just don't want you guys to deal with that. So I hope this video did help you guys out. We get a nice little free league pack right there. I will take that. But again, thank you guys so much for watching, and yeah, peace.